This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry. Yeah. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' head stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, someone be too who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. This an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah.
Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah. Aww.
Hi, puppy.
Check, 1, 2, ayy, check. I don't know if I can rap this shit. Yeah, ayy, yeah. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's poppin'. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat it. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a hot king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh, and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah, that's the thing. Happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah, we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat it. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Your last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat it. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Man, it's too early in the morning for this shit. But let's get it. Yeah. Ayy, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just want like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 3245 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes? Busters, hustles, and your hoes. It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you as powered, is sponsored by Everston K2 flexing on all you bees.
The fucking Catalina.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Hashtag no excuses for a chance to win today's Swole card on Rumble. Thanks for being here. The Daily Swole, available everywhere on all podcast apps. And of course, YouTube, Rumble, all that good stuff. Leave a 5-star review if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Thanks for being here. And of course, we are going to get into some Swole fan posts over at swolenormousx.com. We have some awesome new releases that we dropped yesterday. Check out yesterday's episode for all the new drops. We got new master classes. We got new programming. We got new stuff for Maximum Swole. We also have new yoga. We got new merch. We got a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to get all into that. But first, drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? And again, hit the thumbs up button. Let's jump into today's episode. It is time for the tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, yesterday we dropped a brand new masterclass on full body training. We dropped a brand new full body split and a couple brand new workouts. So full body masterclass overview is required watching before you jump into that split. So that's right there on your homepage. And of course, we dropped full body 1 and full body number 2. Great workouts. And this is just the beginning. So for those of you that did check out the masterclass yesterday, you could drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Definitely explains everything and tells you how you can adjust and tweak. And of course, as more workouts come out and as we drop more content, you will get more perspectives and you can keep on fine tuning your programming over inside the Swolenormous app. Enough. No more scratching. Super annoying. Good boy, Tainty Man. We also have brand new merch over at papaswolio.com. We have the brand new Curl Bears drop. This is already flying off the digital shelves. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this one. The light blue is great. The lilac is awesome. Go and check it out. Great on mugs, great on a poster, great for kids' t-shirts, baby onesies, all that stuff. So the Care Bears sucked, but the Curl Bears are awesome. Super based. Go check it out. PapaSolio.com. Brand new drops. And of course, today I am rocking the classic Make Shaming Great Again. Make shaming great again, because we need to get this country back on track and we need to shame some people. Very important. Shame is good. Shame is good. And before we move on, tomorrow's episode will be public, but Thursday's episode will be for members only. Again, another reason to join the fam over at SwoleNormousX.com. This Thursday, the 27th at 6 p.m., Roundtable 85 for members only. Mark your calendars. Be there. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be Liddy McTitterson. We are overdue for a masterclass, for a roundtable, and looking forward to it.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
All right, let's get into some of these Swole fam posts, responses from Swole texts for the accountability text, and then we got an email response. We'll get into some questions. So I asked this week, progress is all about those small incremental improvements. What will you do this week to get 1% better? Alex says, my goal this week is to make a consistent schedule between sleep, work, workouts, side projects, and my social life. I fucked up this weekend and missed out on a Swolga gravity and mobility session this weekend because I didn't plan my day out. I have soon to be 3 different projects I'm working on for income because I want to make money on my own terms instead of searching the matrix for a 9-to-5 as a full-time job. Good for you. I'm also doubling down on my elimination diet. I've noticed increasing hypersensitivity to ultra-processed foods, and it's getting to the point where I can't eat anything with whatever artificial ingredients. While it's probably a mental block that I'm setting up, the fact that eating something like that gives me an upset stomach and tanks my appetite pretty quickly after tells me that I might be building a physical intolerance to processed foods. Understand, it's not a physical intolerance in that sense. Don't forget, you're not building a physical intolerance. You do not have a physical tolerance for these ultra-processed fake-ass foods. So Alex, you're dead on. What you're doing is you are resetting your body and you are experiencing firsthand that these foods are poisoning you. They are poisoning you and you feel like shit when you eat them. It's very important. None of us have a physical tolerance for these foods. Can you handle them? Can you survive? Sure. We've seen many people that are addicted to drugs, hard drugs like crystal meth and all crazy shit, and they can survive. The human body can survive a lot of things, but you want to thrive. And these toxins have no place in the human body. So you're doing great. You're doing awesome. None of us have a tolerance for it. That's what you have to unplug from, right? You want to unplug from the matrix. You have to look at this system from outside the system. The system is broken. People are constantly submerged in a toxic cesspool of garbage. So they don't even realize, a fish doesn't realize it's in water. It doesn't realize there's a whole world out there. Okay. We are submerged in shit and you got to remove yourself from that situation. So good for you. Genevieve, I'm recovering from pneumonia. Oh no. Oh no. Gave my body rest and I'm now at the point of reintroducing training. I'll start with 60% of my max effort and do full body workouts for a few sessions or until my body says it's time to go. Well, good for you. Glad you're getting over it. Sorry to hear about that. My goodness, that's brutal. Tim says, hey bish, or as we say in Atlanta, biatch. Aight. My schedule is changing and I have to move my workouts to the early morning. I'm not only getting my gym clothes ready the night before, I'm also preloading plates on all the machines to help me save time. Brilliant. I have also made all the seat adjustments and set up the bars on my cables so I can move from one exercise to one another more quickly. I'm not a morning person, so this will take some time to get used to. Stay swole, jacked Santa. This is legit. That's great. Look, I'm always talking about if you're going to a gym, if you don't have a home gym, you have your water, your electrolytes, you have your shoes, your clothes, everything ready so you get out of bed and you're out the door and you're prepared. You could have your shaker bottle, you could have your breakfast ready, you could have your pan ready, the eggs, you could have everything ready the night before so you just execute. And if you have a home gym, this is great. You know what the workout is tomorrow. You can put the bar in the right spot. You can put some plates on for a warm-up. You can get your bands ready or whatever you do for a warm-up. You can prepare your area. That way, when you start, it makes it that much easier. And plus, it gives you much more intent the night before. You can think about your workout, you visualize, you're planning ahead, it's a wind down routine. You're setting the gym up. You're already ready to execute. By the time you get there in the next morning, you don't have to think. All you got to do is do it. So that's great stuff. All right. Send out an email. Again, if you want to get on the email list, go to makeemailswoleagain.com. Send out an email. Are you getting 1% better every day? And this is kind of on the same vein as the accountability text this week. McCord responds and says, here's my response to your question. I haven't had a soda in 3 days, an energy drink in a week, and I'm cutting my sweet tea bit by bit from full sweet to a mix of unsweetened and sweet. I've started going on walks after work and on my off days, but haven't hit the gym yet. 1% better every day is 100% better than doing nothing at all. I agree. Now, I'm not against caffeine. I love coffee. I have cold brew here. I have some collagen in here. I got some cold brew concentrate mixed with a little raw cream, a little bit of water, some collagen. It's great. I love coffee. I think it's great. You can make coffee yourself. You should make it at home or get high quality coffee if you're going to purchase it in advance. Cold brew, for example, in the summer is really easy to make. I'm a big fan. But the most important thing is you're not getting all those artificial sweeteners and stabilizers and all the garbage that you're getting in energy drinks. So there's better ways to achieve or to get that little boost in the morning. And remember, you don't want to drink it first thing. You want to wake up. You want your adenosine to reabsorb. You want to make sure that you're not anchoring your energy to your caffeine intake. You want to make sure that you're getting quality sleep and you're giving yourself a time to wake up before you imbibe. Good stuff, McCord. Appreciate you. Okie dokie. Let's get into some questions, fam. If you are ready for your questions, you guys know what to do. Drop your comments or your topics in the chat down below. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. I'm feeling frisky as I have been. We're going to go live on TikTok just because we get more people watching on TikTok. I just can't say naughty words. So this is really good. It's discipline. It's discipline. So this is the time period where everyone starts dropping the R word repeatedly to troll me. And I bubble like a volcano and then go nuts in the balls deep portion. So anyway, drop your questions in the comments down below. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Let's take one from Instagram stories first.
What's in the box?
Let's see what we got here. All right. Somebody 1884, Papa Swolio, bodybuilding, powerlifting, or calisthenics, or all three. What's your goal? Bodybuilding is great. Calisthenics have their place. Bodybuilding, strength training. So bodybuilding or strength training, it's strength training. Forget bodybuilding, forget powerlifting. You want strength training, you want to build muscle. Bodybuilding is great. Bodybuilding is kind of like the vector through which you should approach your strength training, but you should be doing it for the sense of addressing all the muscles evenly and creating balance in your body and building strength and building musculature overall, your entire body. The sport of bodybuilding is different. I don't care about the sport of bodybuilding for myself personally, but I don't want to have a jacked upper body and skinny legs. I want to make sure that I'm strong everywhere. So I still approach my strength training from a balanced bodybuilding perspective, but I'm not doing it with the intent of perfect symmetry and getting up on stage. I don't care to that point. So the sport of bodybuilding is not something that I'm personally interested. I respect people that do that, but I'm not looking to step on stage or anything like that. So that's a personal preference. If you're into that sport, that's different, but people should be strength training, and you're not going to build muscle without improving strength, adding reps, adding weight, or both. So very important. All right, Albert 157. Hi, Papa. Had my first boxing bout on Friday. No win, but way the best thing I've done. I have another booked, but I think I'll have to pull out because I cut my finger deep earlier. All right, well, good for you. Careful taking shots to the face. That's what she said. Careful with the sparring, but good stuff. Albert, I have this BPC 157 peptide, which should help me heal. Do you think it's a good idea to try it? I've never tried it personally. I've heard positive things, and I know a lot of people are trying it. I think it's making the rounds. So I'm not against it, but I don't have any personal experience taking it. So just do your research. Anyone else has any personal experience, you could drop in the comments, but I can't give you any pros or cons from a personal approach. Not saying I'd never try it, but there are a bunch of people in my circle that are looking into it or taking it. So I'm waiting to hear back from them and keeping my eyes and ears open about it. All right, let's see. Mr. Cheatham on Twitch. We got some Twitch action. Where's my Twitch fam at? Very nice. Someone mentioned it the other day, and I was like, why not? Maybe turn on the Twitch again. I haven't even logged into my account, so I know a couple of people watch over there, so it's all good. Do you try to keep carbs around physical activity or just whenever you feel you need them throughout the day? I'm not snacking on carbs if I'm hungry. If I feel like I need carbs, it's pretty much, if you're not hungry for protein, you're not hungry. But I will have some honey before I work out or after. So I guess generally I don't necessarily keep carbs strictly around physical activity, but I think it'd be better to load your carbs before, during, or after your physical activity. For example, you don't want to necessarily be pounding tons of carbohydrates late at night. It's not necessarily ideal. But around your workout, you'll feel more of the benefits. So before a workout, let's say you want to add it to your pre-workout. I love honey. Raw honey is my favorite pre-workout. So I'll take a couple tablespoons of raw honey and then I'll get to work. And you don't want protein or fat right before you train. You want to make sure you're getting some carbohydrates. So that's my take on it. I can't say it, Mark, but thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you. Utard, metard, R Nation. I can't say it, but thank you. It makes me happy. And I will pin that. So thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. It's worth the $1, isn't it? It certainly is. It certainly is. I will read it. I will read it as much as I can. Let's see. Mitchell Davies on TikTok, Papa Solia. How long should a workout session be? Irrelevant. The length of a workout session is irrelevant. What matters is your working sets. So if you're doing an upper, lower, or a full body workout, if I'm doing a full body workout, before my working sets, I might be doing 2 or 3 warm-up sets for a given exercise. My working sets, before that, I'm resting 4 to 5, 6 minutes, maybe before my working set, depending on the exercise. If it's something like a compound movement, like a hack squat, or a heavy row, or a heavy chest press, like a heavy compound movement, I'll usually have a longer rest period before my working set, before my all-out working set. If I'm doing something like a bicep curl or a triceps extension or shoulders, I might not rest 6 minutes. I might rest 3 minutes or something like that. Or if I'm doing a unilateral exercise that's not as taxing. If I'm doing a triceps extension, I don't have to rest 6 minutes between each side or before a working set. So just keep that in mind. Bottom line, you don't want to be out of breath and you're not doing cardio, you're doing strength training. So just make sure that you give yourself sufficient rest before you execute your all-out working sets. So it doesn't matter if your workout is an hour and a half or 45 minutes. People have this idea that if you're in the gym for 2 hours or you're training for 2 hours, that you're lifting nonstop and it's like a 2-hour marathon cardio. A lot of what I do in the gym, if my workout takes 2 hours total, a lot of it is because I'm doing warm-up sets and I'm loading up plates on each side. So if I'm doing like a Cybex squat press or a leg press, I got to load up, 8, 9, 10, 11 plates on each side over time. So I'm building up to that all-out set, and that can take time gathering plates and resting longer between sets. So the time doesn't really matter as much as the volume that you're doing. And of course, if you're doing a 5-hour workout, you're going to be drained and it can get too long. But what really matters is what's going on in terms of your programming, the context of your programming. And if you're only resting 30 seconds to a minute, that's not hypertrophy training. You're doing cardio. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Short rest periods are not ideal for hypertrophy. Brian ordered a Swoleopoly tank top and it's taking forever to ship. Where did you order it from? Make sure you order from the website. Don't order from TikTok shop, because my TikTok shop is banned and flagged and there's all sorts of issues with the TikTok shop. I don't even know if my TikTok shop is up on TikTok right now. So I would love to get distribution. I would love to get promotion or love to have it integrate better on TikTok, but it just doesn't. Just go to the website because it ships fast. If you're on the website, I don't know anyone that's had problems with shipping speed. But if you go on TikTok, then TikTok has to process it. It has to get sent over. It has to get reconfirmed. There's other middlemen. getting in between it. Day of Atonement, where to get the shirts from? papaswolio.com, 20% off everything. We got the brand new Curl Bears merch, so go check that out, papaswolio.com. All right, more questions. Let's see. Gianuber on Instagram. Papa Swolio, how heavy should I lift when I'm just starting out? You want to get in a good strength training program. So how heavy, that's relative. I don't know how strong you are. But generally, if you're new, I would probably recommend something like an upper-lower split or a push-pull legs, and generally probably a 8 or 10 to 15 repetition range with quality form. When you're first starting out, you're not going to be able to push to absolute failure with quality form. So you have to build that tolerance and that work capacity and the tendon and ligament strength. So you want to get on a quality program, I recommend joining us over at SwoleNormousX.com and starting the 90-day dash. They'll get you the best foundation. So that's why I created SwoleNormousX. Ido Zarfati? Papa Swolio, when is the last time that you didn't go to the gym? Yesterday. Yesterday was a sauna, cold plunge, chill day. Today, back to the fucking gym. Back to the fucking gym. I did full body 2 days ago. I'm doing full body again today. Let's fucking go. AX5T8. Papa Swolio, how do I make money while I study? Well, if you're doing something online, if you have some sort of digital job or work from home, you can maybe do multiple things, but there is no such thing as passive income. Okay? Get that through your head. I know you see a lot of people spouting all this bullshit on social media. Buy my course for $1,000 and I'll show you how to make money while you sleep. Okay. Nothing comes for free. Nothing's free. You're not going to make money by doing nothing. Period. You have to put in work. You have to put in labor, whether it's a physical job and you save in Bitcoin, or you are building an online company, or you're doing drop shipping, whatever it is, you have to put in work. You're not getting anything for free. So this idea that you're just going to sit around and make money is kind of like this, I don't know, liberal utopia bullshit concept, and it just doesn't exist. Risa Mardino, or Riz Amardino 5. Do you like cold or warm showers? No homo. I love it. Bring back the no homo. Bring it back. Do I like cold? I like cold showers. I like warm showers. I like both. Depending. If it's after a workout, I do like a cold shower. It feels good. Sometimes I like a warmer shower. I don't stress it. I don't avoid warm showers. Like, I can never take a warm shower. If I feel like a warm shower, I'm taking a fucking warm shower. It's the 21st century, and I have the ability to take a warm shower that only kings could do hundreds of years ago. So if I want to take a warm fucking shower, I'll take a warm fucking shower. Jeremy says, even blogs that are monetized take a lot of work. You can't just hope it makes money. You need to build an audience. You need to build an audience and provide value, and then you can monetize, whether you sell ads or you have a product or you have memberships or things like that. But it takes time. It takes time. People want something for nothing. Oh my God, does that still exist? Actually, that's a great question. I am the prime. Papa Swolio, how do you feel about golden showers? Oh, that's great. That's great. If you take a shower with your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, pee on them. That's great. Best place to pee on someone is in the shower. Gina, mark your territory. What do you think of Herbalife products? I haven't heard the term Herbalife in forever. I take it still exists. That blows my mind. How does Herbalife still exist? That's wild. That's wild. I don't think much of it. Okay, Beal 4968, Papa Swolio, why do so many people hate on sumo deadlifts? Because it's not a real lift. You're barely moving the bar. You're moving the bar like a quarter of an inch. What are you doing sumo deadlifts for? What are you doing them for? You're better off doing a legit hip hinge exercise. In my opinion, you're wasting your time. Regular deadlifts aren't even necessary. You could do stiff leg deadlifts. That's much better. Stiff leg deadlifts, RDLs, are a much better application for building strength, in my opinion, in terms of bodybuilding and building muscle mass. Deadlifts are okay, but there's a big distribution. You see a lot of people that are strong with deadlifts, but they don't look like they have much muscle, and there's a reason for that. So people hate on sumo deadlifts because people spread their legs. It's like when people do the powerlifting bench press where they press the bar like a quarter of an inch with a huge back arch. It's retarded looking. Oops. It's ridiculous. So we'll see how that goes. Hold on. Let me come back for the live in a second. Let me see if I can avoid that. Oopsies. I ended the live. I'm going to go back and see if maybe it clears me. I said it. This is funny. I stopped the live on my own and then I'm starting it back up. So maybe let's see if I can save it, salvage it. I stopped the live and started it right again. Chef Dreward. Papa Swole, when did you start down the swole path? I've been lifting for 25 years. Gary Trucker. Papa Swole, why do I get so tired after a workout? Like absolutely drained. Is that normal? I think it's normal if you don't have good programming, or if your sleep isn't good, or your nutrition isn't good. After a workout, it's normal to be fatigued. You just lifted heavy weights and you push yourself close to failure. So you might be doing too much. You might not be hydrated properly. You might not have enough electrolytes. There's a lot of things. But if you're exhausted and like, oh my God, after a workout, your programming sucks. You shouldn't be wiped out. You shouldn't be absolutely drained after a workout. You should not. All right. All right, more questions. Yo, brother, love the content. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you. All right, questions, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. We'll stay here for a couple more minutes if questions come in. Let's get it going. Rumble, drop some topics in the comments down below. Reminder that you could join the Swole fam over at swolenormousx.com. We have brand new masterclasses. We have brand new programming for Maximum Swole. If you've been interested in starting full body workouts, we got new full body splits up for Maximum Swole. We got merch over at papaswole.com, 20% off. Brand new Care Bears or Curl Bears merch is now available. Go check it out. Look at this design. You tell me that isn't freaking fire. You tell me that isn't fire.
We choose truth over facts.
You tell me that drop isn't legit. Absolutely fantastic. Curl Bears merch now available. All right, more questions. Let's see what we got here. Nick on TikTok, did you build your personal brand before you started coaching or vice versa? I started Swolenormous back at the end of 2015, and I've been in the fitness game since the early 2000s. So I started doing the podcast, sharing my information, helping people make sick gains and stop getting sucked into the bullshit of the fitness industry. Hashtag no excuses for a chance to win today's Swole card on Rumble. Let's see, Jay Chatham. Papa Swolio. I like your thoughts on always eating for muscle gain. I think I'm trying to overcomplicate it, but how do I do that as well as reduce fat? I'm 278 with decent muscle, but a big stomach. I would highly recommend doing an elimination diet, dude. You got to cut out inflammatory foods and improve your lifestyle habits. So you could be around a maintenance or a slight deficit. You don't need much, maybe like a couple hundred calories. Focus on your protein and fat and keep your carbs lower and train hard. Lift to build muscle. You want to make sure that you're not sacrificing glycogen and you're not sacrificing too many calories because you want to be taking from your body's stores. And you need to make sure that you're training to build muscle. The problem is when people try to cut is they try to lose overall weight by stepping on a scale and they lose muscle mass and bone density along with it. So you want to make sure that your strength is increasing. And if your strength is increasing, you're going to be building muscle over time. So make sure that you are getting rid of inflammatory foods, maybe curbing your calories by focusing on more nutrient dense foods, focusing more on proteins, more on fat, and keep those strength gains coming. Jay Bird, are you set to the biggest you want? I assume you mean, am I the biggest that I want to be? I don't think I'm going to get much bigger. I really don't. Unless I start taking a lot of anabolic steroids or something like that, I'm not going to get much bigger than where I'm at. I'm around, I haven't weighed myself in a couple days. I got to weigh myself tomorrow, but I'm kind of like almost just under 220. I've been around like 218, 219. So I could be a little bit leaner, but I don't really care about body composition right now. I just want to make sure that I'm building muscle and getting stronger. So I don't see myself really even wanting to be like 225, 230. It's a little bit heavy. It's a little bit heavy for me, for my structure. I just feel I don't want to do that with body fat. If anything, it's going to be more muscle, but it gets hard. It gets hard when you're training heavy and you're natural and you've been doing it for 20, 25 years. You're scratching and clawing for ounces. So never satisfied. I want to get stronger. I want to build muscle, but I'm not trying to be, unless I take something, I'm not going to be putting on like 20 more pounds of muscle or anything like that. There's also a point where it's probably not good for health-wise to have too much extra muscle. But as much as you can naturally is a great way to do it. William, is weightlifting or cardio better for fat loss as a big guy? Weightlifting and nutrition. Much more important than cardio. Cardio is great. Go for walks and things like that. Nothing wrong with that. You need to make sure you're building more muscle. If you're fat, you don't have enough muscle mass. And if you're skinny, you don't have enough muscle mass. Ruben, yikes. Papa Swole, will I have any side effects running a D-ball cycle with 2 capsules for a month as an 18-year-old? Do not take that shit when you're 18. Why are you taking that? Is that a troll? That's ridiculous. You're 18. Your testosterone should be through the roof. You need to get your nutrition and your training in order. You don't need that stuff right now. Gonzo guy, do you consider TRT natural? No, it's TRT. You're adding exogenous hormones, so it's not natural. It doesn't mean that doing TRT is going to take you to a supraphysiological level of testosterone. You just might top off you might just bring yourself to a higher range of what that quote natural range would be, but it's not natural if you're injecting any exogenous testosterone. Lee Evans, are you the spitting guy? I am. Swallowings for, well, can't say the word. Love that shirt. Isn't it great? Make shaming great again. We need to have, shaming is great for our society. And the problem is we stopped shaming people for being artards. Can't say it on TikTok Live. Ruben, all my friends are taking it and they're trying to convince me. You need better friends. Get new friends. They aren't intelligent. I can't imagine taking anabolics when I'm 18 years old. My God, it's the best way to destroy your body. That's the problem with social media. You see all these kids with sponsorships and they're jacked out of their mind. They're obviously taking tons of stuff. Shouldn't be doing that when you're 18, man. People are trying to fast track things. Super sketchy. There's some people that are going to take that stuff and get into competitive bodybuilding super young, and that's what they want to do, but it's so bad for your health. Spicy memes. I have a new workout song for the fam. Where can I send it? You can send us a email to team@swolenormous.com. John, Papa Swole, are you satisfied with your level of mobility? I'm pleased with my progress, but I'm not where I want to be yet. That's a good question. I don't really think of anything like that in terms of, am I satisfied? Because once you get satisfied, you stop trying to do better. So I definitely am not the most mobile person ever, but I train my mobility. So I'm doing a lot of dead hangs. I do my club work. When it comes to my training, for example, I will swap in probably once a week or so, instead of a hip hinge, instead of like a stiff leg deadlift, or instead of a 45 hyper, or some direct hamstring work, I'll do Jefferson curls. So that's great for mobility. I'll do them heavy. I train them like any other body part. So I'm getting full range of motion. I'm getting that full flexion with my spine and that full stretch for my hamstrings. So Jefferson curls are great for mobility. I'll do sissy squats. I'll do Cossack squats, and I train my adductors. And, you know, if you really want to do splits, that's great. It's not required for health, but that takes a lot of constant effort. So just make sure that you're doing it from a concept of strength training. If you're just doing stretching, it's not the best way to get those, to improve that plasticity you want to do with resistance training. So a great thing to do is to integrate your mobility training, your resistance mobility training, because it's strength training. Integrate it with your workouts. Shaming's fantastic. Shaming's fantastic. Shaming is the guardrails for society. If you don't have shame, in other words, if you don't have shame, there's no morality. There's no morality. And that's the problem that we have today. In a secular society, there's no moral compass, which is why everyone's off their fucking rails today. Everyone's insane. Greetings from South Africa. Greetings. Love that shirt. Thank you. papasolio.com, 20% off. Do I use any peptides? Not currently, no. And I haven't, but also currently not. I'm currently not using peptides. I'm not against them, though. I'm not against them. I just don't know enough about them, and I don't have any personal experience with them. All right, Alex on YouTube. Papa Swole, I aggravated some tendonitis in my forearm yesterday. Yeah. Tendonitis in the forearm. I know what's going on here.
Because Dickens?
During Legs Ignite, and my entire left forearm and hand gave out. Is there anything I should try before getting it checked? Are you doing forearm training? Are you using a rice bucket? Are you using a TheraBar? Are you doing anything? Tendonitis is a vague term, so where's the tendonitis? If you're standing straight with your palms facing forward, is it on the inside or the outside? Is it medial or lateral? Epicondylitis. Do you mean by your elbow? Because those things are solvable. You just have to make sure that you're training your forearm extensors and your forearm flexors and your supinator and pronator. So when I'm training my forearms, I also make sure I'm doing pronation, I'm doing supination. You get like an arm axe. You can use a dumbbell. You can use a cable. There's different things like for arm wrestling and straps that you can use. You could also use like a martial arts belt, a canvas belt in order to do pronation and supination and things like that. It's on the outside, so lateral. Yeah. What would be great for that is to get, I think it's in the Amazon store. It's called a TheraBar, and there's different colors for different strengths, and you do essentially eccentric strengthening, and that's a great way to relieve pressure, because what happens is you have an imbalance with the forearm muscles that are crossing the elbow joint and around the elbow joint, and once they get inflamed or imbalanced, they start rubbing too much against the sides of the bone, essentially. So they get inflamed, then they rub more, and they get more inflamed, and it keeps on hurting, and then it can get to the point where it hurts to pick up a cup. So you want to make sure you balance that out. Ruben, they said I'll regret not taking it with them halfway through the cycle. It's the same way. This is peer pressure. So here's a good piece of advice. If you're not sure, the answer is no. If you're asking me, the answer is no. You're never going to regret you're not going to regret taking it. You're not going to regret it. Trust me. You're not going to regret it. That's a lie. Wait till they have like acne all over their back and they have all these other issues and stuff and their liver's fucked. That's what people say so you can do it with them so they feel better about their decision. So if you're getting pressured, they're not your friends. They're not your friends. So seriously, look at anyone that's taking anabolics. They look 20 years older. There are a lot of people online that look like they're 55 and they're like, yeah, I'm 28 years old. And everyone in the comments is like, dude, there's no way you're 28. There are some people that look 10, 15, 20 years older than they are. It ages the hell out of you. And I don't know about D-ball in particular, but overall, just go online. A lot of people look 10, 15, 20 years older than they are. So this is a great piece of advice for most things. If you're not sure, oh, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure if I should do this. Should I do this? If you're not sure, the answer is no. The answer is no. Because you're never going to be able to go back and undo that decision. I'm 40. I'm going to be 42 this year. I haven't taken anything. But I'm open to TRT. I've talked about that a lot, and I wouldn't lie about it if I was. There's nothing to lie about. If you're in your 40s, I'm taking TRT. Oh, yeah, but he takes TRT. I have so much content out there now. If I tell people that I am, I've already proven that I lift. I've already proven that I know what I'm talking about. So I don't need to lie to people. Oh, I'm taking TRT, so all my information is worthless. So I'm very open about what I do and what I don't do. But like I've always said, I'm not against it. If I go and I get blood work, hey, you're at this range. It could be a little bit higher. This would be a good time to do it, and I'll consider it, and maybe I would. And maybe I would. But then I talk about it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's a personal decision. And I think technology and science in this sense is great because it can help people perform better for longer. If your goal is, like, this is what I do. I love lifting weights. I love building muscle. I love challenging myself and pushing myself. So you want to give yourself the best opportunity to do so. And if that's something that can help you and everything else in your lifestyle is on point, that could be the next step. But a lot of people are looking to TRT and their diet sucks. Their sleep sucks. They're not getting sunlight. Their programming sucks. Their hydration, everything sucks. And they think that TRT is going to be a magic fix. And it might fill in some of the gaps or give you this false sense of security or foundation, and everything else is still fucked as a foundation. John, I've trained since 2004. It's much more rewarding developing an informed, intimate relationship with my physique as opposed to rushing in initially with PEDs. Yeah, I agree there too. Most people don't have a foundation. They're looking for, hey, I just started working out. My diet sucks. Everything sucks. And I'm not building muscle. Should I take creatine? Yeah, creatine's great, but it's not like it's going to, all of a sudden you're going to pack on tons of muscle and fix your bad programming. Alex says, Sam Sulik is my age and he looks like late 20s minimum. Well, how old is he? I forget how old that guy is. That dude takes tons of stuff. I don't have anything against Sam Sulik. I mean, he seems like a decent guy, and that's his personal choice, but he's taken a lot of juice. And that's, look, you guys remember what happened to Rich Piana? I did a Driving While Gaining, remember, like a year or two before he died? This dude was juicing out of his mind. And by all accounts, from everyone that met him and around him, like, he seemed like a nice guy, and he didn't hide the fact that he was taking tons of sauce. That was just his thing. His thing and his identity was just being as big as possible. But he's also dead now. And he died in his like 40s. Wasn't he 45? How old was Rich Piana when he died? And there's a lot of professional bodybuilders because you put your body through so much stress. There's so much stuff. It's not, and what people don't understand, pro bodybuilders like Dallas McCarver and people that have passed away, they're not taking testosterone. They're taking, pro bodybuilders are taking 30 or 40 different things. They're taking orals, they're taking growth, they're taking, what's it called? Like aromatase inhibitors and all that kind of stuff. They're taking a lot of things. And I know because I've worked with some pro bodybuilders. I remember when I was first starting out, I was doing some consulting and I was managing, I was helping, just to be vague. I was helping and I had access to let's just put it this way. I had access to the person's email. Okay. So and there were signups because he was a top pro bodybuilder. He competed in the Olympia. I think more than once. Anyway, and he was starting his own bodybuilding show. So he was getting signups and I was, working with him to, just like people were, customer service and people were signing up and I was doing some of the back end things like that, X, Y, and Z. So in other words, and he was working with a top, in quotes, another pro bodybuilder. And a lot of pro bodybuilders do that. They will consult or they'll be like their coach, their supplement, in quotes, supplement coach. Okay. So it's like, hey, you're going to take this, you're going to take 20 milligrams of this, 5 milligrams of this, 10 milligrams of this, 200 milligrams of this twice a week. And I remember opening an email because I was just clicking through and going through the emails and people signing up for the bodybuilding show and this, that, and the other. I remember opening the email and seeing this fucking list. And I was like, oh, this wasn't someone signing up for the bodybuilding show. This was the wrong email. And I saw this list of things, like the updated chart of what this guy was going to be taking. And no joke, it was just a vertical line of like 20 or 30 different things. Some things were 5 milligrams and then 10 milligrams. And most of them I never heard of. So people don't realize how many different things there are that these guys take, these cocktails that people take. So especially when you're a pro, you're not taking, oh, I'm taking testosterone and I'm taking growth. No, they're taking like 20 or 30 different things. Diuretics and this and so many different things. It was crazy. And that's just seeing that list blew my mind. I'm like, holy shit, I'm never willing to take all that stuff. It was mind blowing how many things it was. So don't believe anyone that's at that level. They're like, oh, I'm just taking testosterone, a little bit of this. No, they're taking tons of shit. Tons of stuff. Drugs are bad, okay? Don't take drugs. Don't do drugs, kids, okay?
Emotional damage.
Drugs are bad, okay? Thank you, Dustoff Bravo. Papa Solio, estoy cansado. Oh, ve al puto gimnasio. No me importa. Ve al puto gimnasio. World champion, how do I lower my hemoglobin level? Get your period. Bleed out. I don't know how you lower your hemoglobin level. Talk to your doctor. I don't care about your hemoglobin level. No offense. Ruben, my mates told me there won't be any side effects from such a light cycle. Okay. I don't know much about anabolics, but I don't think D-ball is an entry point. Okay. Your friends are just bullying you into taking something that you don't want to take. You're asking me here on a TikTok live. That's not something you should be doing. So don't come back here in a couple months so I can tell you I told you so. Just if you're not sure, again, if you're not sure, that's the sign to not do it. Whatever it is, if you're not sure, the answer is no. People have to say no more. No. If you're not sure, whatever path in your life, oh, I'm not sure about that. I understand sometimes you got to take a leap. Sometimes you have to, but you'll know. If you're not sure, the answer is no. You can't undo that. You can't undo some of the damage that stuff does. Why are you taking that? What's your programming like? You're 18 years old. You're 18 years old. So I was 18 in, you want some perspective? I was 18 in 2001. And that's when I really got serious into building muscle. It was like 2001, 2002. So that's when I started. I can't imagine taking something when I started. That would have been such a waste of time because you don't have that kind of foundation. You don't have that expertise. You're not going to get the most out of it anyway. I'm just saying. You're not going to get the most out of it. If you're taking that kind of stuff, you're not going to get the most out of it. And the worst thing to do is to take that when you first start because you're not building that foundation. So imagine me at this point where I'm at with my training. This is how I look at it. I'm going to be 42 this year. Maybe in this decade, in the next few years, maybe I start taking that. That's going to benefit me tremendously because I already have this foundation. I'm going to notice the little bump. I'm going to notice the little benefit. I'm going to notice a little bit, maybe better recovery or feeling better or a little bit of an increase in strength if I do TRT. I'm going to notice that and it's going to add to what I do. It's not going to take away. It's not going to subtract. It's not going to mask all the other bad habits because I have that foundation. I've built that foundation. You don't look 42 because I don't take all that shit. So there you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But truth be told, I am. I am. And all I know is that when I'm giving you guys advice, I'm talking to the 18-year-old that I was. So I would not recommend. I'm not going to tell you guys to do something that I wouldn't do myself. And I didn't do it then. And I'm not doing it now. I'm not doing it now. So if I take TRT and I have some perspective on it, then I can share that perspective. I still wouldn't be recommending, even if I was doing it myself, I wouldn't be recommending someone who's 18 to do that. So it's only good advice if you take it. But honestly, those are not friends. Those are acquaintances at the gym that are trying to ease their own conscience, and they're putting you at risk. These are like the people, hey, just jump off the cliff, it'll be fine, we're all gonna do it. And then you slip and break your fucking neck. Oh no, oh well, that was dangerous. They're not gonna be by your side, right? Those people that are trying to get you to take it, they're not gonna be by your side if you have problems. They're not gonna give a shit. Papa's gonna be in the old folks home with Cerny soon. Ah, Mark, I got something for you.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, look at that. I got a soundboard from Mark. How's that Indian sacrifice going? All right, Mark's up for the dick draft today and balls deep. Sounds like you got a little extra time on your hand. You got a little extra energy. You have a little extra energy to talk shit. You could take on a little more workload, don't you think, Mark? Yeah, you'll take it. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Wait till you get to balls deep. Mark's going to work today. Mark's going to work. All right, Lavash. I'm going to get my test tested soon. When should I do it? Before workout or after a rest day? You're going to have to check with them. Check with whomever or however it's doing and check with that. I'm pretty sure you don't want to do it the day after you train like super hard, because I believe your testosterone drops after an intense workout. So you don't want to like train super hard and then go get your blood work done like right after, or maybe even the next day. It might be 2 days off. I'm not sure, or what time of day. So I would check to make sure that you're doing what they would want to see. It's a good question. I don't have the specific answer, but the answer is out there. Anyone else got their testosterone checked? I'm pretty sure you want to make sure that there's definitely a strategy behind it. Phoenix says, get testosterone levels measured first thing in the morning, be rested. Source, me. I did it. All right, well, there you go. So look into it, but I would make sure, like if you're going to a center, like, hey, what should I do? I train really hard. I lift weights. You don't want to skew the results, right? You don't want to be like, oh my God, you're super low in testosterone. And you just did like a huge leg workout 3 hours ago or something like that. The Tennis Daddy. Great feedback. Thanks for everyone. Doctors check mine specifically between 8 and 9 a.m. But what I'm saying is maybe if you trained heavy the day before, even the next morning, it could still be affected. So just make sure that you follow their protocol so it's accurate. Laura on TikTok, what are your thoughts on creatine? Fantastic. I take about 10 grams a day. Axel, you look nice, but your economic situation is low? What does that mean? My economic situation. What do you know about my economic situation? Oof. TikTok's getting savage. It's almost like I'm on Instagram here. Black is a very pretty color, except on a girl's skin. Oh, I disagree. There's some very, very pretty ladies out there. If you dig in the dark chocolate. Damn. All right. Laura, I take 5 milligrams. 5 milligrams of creatine? You mean 5 grams? Or load more. You don't have to load, but there's a lot of information coming out that higher doses of creatine can be beneficial for memory and cognition. And it also depends on your lean mass. I'm almost 220 pounds or thereabouts. So if you're training super hard and you have a lot of muscle mass, you'll probably benefit from greater levels of creatine. But you can see what works best for you. So 5 grams a day, and then you can play around with it. It's not going to hurt you. So if you tried separating into 2 doses of 5 grams, if you're a female, you probably don't need it. but maybe on training days you try it. What's the worst that can happen? You're like, oh, I like it, or I don't like it, or I don't really notice a difference. Just saying. I'm just telling you what I do. But if you're a female, you don't have as much muscle mass as I do, period. So you're probably not going to need as much. But it doesn't mean that there's other benefits for creatine, not just for recovery between sets or explosive activity. Full Throttle, Papa Swole, what about this L-carnitine going around? Yeah, I don't know. I've been doing this for 25 fucking years. And when it comes to the podcast, today's episode, if you're just watching on TikTok, today's episode is 3,245. So we're coming up on 9 years straight of the Daily Swole podcast. And one thing that I've known over the years is that once in a while, there's just a lot of questions on different things, which means that someone's producing something, someone's making content that's getting commissioned and it goes viral and people are getting paid to sponsor some creatine or L-carnitine product. And it goes around and people talk about L-carnitine for a couple months and then it disappears. And then people are talking about Shilajit and then people are talking about ginger. And then people are talking about sparkling water. And there's always, rubbing banana peels on your face and crap like that. There's always something. There's always something that someone's marketing, so it usually gets kicked up. I don't take L-carnitine. There might be some benefits, but I know there's ones you could do intravenously. There's liquid. There's all sorts of stuff, but I don't take it. I've tried it in the past. I didn't notice anything, but I'm sure there might be some benefits, but it depends on how your body is taking it in. Thoughts on TMG? Is that betaine? Thoughts on V-Shred? Massive chode. V-Shred's been a joke of the fitness industry for at least a decade. That guy's a absolute R-tarded snake. Absolute man chode. Absolute chode. I have many videos roasting that clown. Hold on, I got some.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Lieutenant Dan. I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
That was great. I feel more anabolic now. Joanna, my sis got duped by that program. Would you even call it a program? How'd she get duped? I mean, obviously she bought his garbage, but what was the duped part of it? What'd she receive? Do you know? Been trying to get her to join the fam. That'd be fantastic. She's welcome to join. AJ the Texan, are you on YouTube? The Daily Swole is available on Rumble and YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere. So after we shut this down on TikTok, we're going to continue the show. So just because we're shutting down this live, the live continues. So make sure you come on over. Best place to watch is on Rumble at the Daily Swole. That way you can win the Swole card. Only give it away on Rumble. I like your shirts. Are they for sale? They are. 20% off papaswolio.com. Go to the website, not the TT shop. Pilusha, Papa Swole, how often should I change my exercise routine? A lot of people don't get results or build muscle because they change their routine too often. So it depends on the routine. But if you're doing quality programming like Maximum Swole and you start hitting a roadblock, it could be your recovery, maybe your volume's too much fatigue. It could be something that you need to adjust, exercise selection or nutrition or sleep. So there's various reasons why you would adjust your programming. But the problem is people think that you have to do something novel every single session, and they do random stuff. They do random stuff to shock the body, and that's not how you build muscle. There's nothing to adapt to. So changing your workout all the time is one of the worst things to get results. You want to be consistent. John P says, I've used the same program and split for years, and you've probably seen great results for it. If you're increasing reps and weight, you're building muscle. But just because you have a good you might have a good program, but your diet might suck. Your sleep might suck. You know, there's other things with it. Or you're on a good program, but you're not pushing yourself as close to failure, or you're doing too much volume. So you could have a great training split. You could be in the Swole fam and be doing maximum Swole, and maybe you're doing too much volume. So the program itself, the structure and the recovery, like all that stuff might be fine, but for your recoverability, maybe you're doing too much volume. So you have to back off on certain things. So the split and the exercise selection might be fine, but how much you're doing and your recoverability might not be up to par with it. Walking or running to supplement lifting and help get shredded. Walking. Remember, any type of activity aside from heavy lifting is not helping you recover. It's adding to your fatigue. So walking's great. Get your steps in, totally fine. Walk your dog, raw dog it, literally go out there and just walk. It's great for your mental health and physical health. But remember, if you're doing sprints or interval cardio and things like that, it is going to add fatigue. So just use it sparingly and just be mindful as to how it affects your strength training. All right. Thanks for being here. We're going to continue on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. So the show continues, and I'm going to go say some naughty words because I can't say them on TikTok Live. So come on over, watch the rest of the show, subscribe on Rumble, on Apple Podcasts. Where do you guys like to watch your listen to podcasts? Spotify, you can watch the show also and leave a 5-star review. So The Daily Swole. If you type in The Daily Swole, you'll find it on any podcast app, but we're live on Rumble at The Daily Swole. You could win a Swole card over there, only on Rumble. You could watch on YouTube also at The Daily Swole until we're banned. So I stream there just because some people like to watch there, but I don't trust the platform and I hate YouTube, so I don't like to give them any kind of benefit if I can help it. So come on over, watch the rest of the show, and we are going to continue without TikTok Live. So naughty words incoming. I can't wait. I can't wait. It continues right now. The live is over. Oh, it's retarded. Hey. Retard. I had to get it out. Let's go balls deep. That was pent up. That's deep. All right. Feels good. Feels good to just drop that a few times. Feels great. All right, let's talk about poop. Fam. I just been shit posting all day on X. And I posted this. How do some people not poop every day? Let's get some poop. Let's get some poop feedback. How do some people not poop every day? I'm too deep by noon. I pooped twice today. Might be too much information, but I've had two nice full body excavations or expulsions. I've had 2 poo events and it's glorious. I've been seeing somewhere on the internet about people not pooping regularly, and that's shocking to me. If you're not pooping every day, you have serious gut distress. You have a serious issue. Seriously, you have a serious problem if you're not pooping like regularly, especially every morning. Wake up, do your stuff, have a nice poo. That's the sign of a healthy gut biome. If you're not pooping regularly, you got issues. So let's get the poop. Let's get a poop survey going. How many times a day do you poop? So I'll probably poop 2 more times. I'll probably poop 4 times a day, I suppose. I actually don't really keep track. I just know that I've pooped twice today, which means I got a couple more poos on the docket. I can't even imagine pooping once a day. I really can't. But of course, I'm eating a lot of food, a lot of protein. I'm training hard, electrolytes, like things go in and then things go out. It's going. You don't want to piss out your butthole either, but if you're peeing all the time nonstop, you're probably drinking too much fluid. You're probably drinking too much water. You need more electrolytes. You don't need to be pissing clear. If you're pissing like crazy, you're probably, I don't want to say overhydrated, but you're oversaturated with water. You need more electrolytes and less fluid. You shouldn't be peeing nonstop. So remember, hydration is not water, it's electrolytes and mineral balance too. Alex, I probably shit like 6 to 10 times a day. Well, that might be a little too much. If you're shitting 6 to 10 times a day, yeah, you might want to get that checked out. 6 to 10 times a day. Damn. Yeah, I'm not taking like massive, like, oh my gosh, so much. But it's quick. You shouldn't need a lot of cleanup. You shouldn't be painting the toilet bowl. You shouldn't be pissing out your butt. You should just be, I got to poop. And you poop, right? Done. Should be easy. It shouldn't be a strenuous experience. You shouldn't have to be pushing. It should just be like ready to go. It's a good sign. All right. So let's get into this. A couple thing. Oh yeah, this one's tickling people's taint, and I guess this is the title of today's episode. No one wants to plow liberals and they're big mad. Well, except for Mark. Mark's going to plow some libs, and we're going to get into who he's plowing today. I mean, I say this all the time, but I feel like I want to share this because it'll make someone offended, and that gives me deep satisfaction. The nasty women at abortion rallies screaming, "My body, my choice," are LARPing. They wish they had a choice, but no one wants to fuck them.
Matt Damon.
Yeah. So it's always the ones like, my body, my choice, my body, my choice. And they are haggard. They're gross. They're all dried up. What are they complaining about? Anyone at an abortion rally that's pro-abortion, that's trying to like promote killing of babies, there's no risk. There's no risk for these people. They wish they had a choice. They wish they had the opportunity to have an abortion. No one wants to plow them. It's always the crazy ones. And it's always women that are way past their prime. No one cares. And again, they're LARPing. They're pretending like it's this whole feminist bullshit. My body, my choice. They're upset because they don't have a child. And they have this like internal angst that they're projecting, this fear, anxiety, and anger they're projecting into the world. So they're acting like this was their decision. My body, my choice. Because they're compensating for how miserable they are. Which is why if you're at one of those protests, how miserable can you be? Talk about free time. You're at an abortion protest. Don't you have a job? No, you don't. No, you don't have a job. Don't you have a family? Oh, no. You have no responsibilities. You're just out there. No one wants to plow you. You're not at risk. Have you seen some of these trolls? Have you seen some of these women?
You want the baby boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Have you seen some of these women? They're not at risk. They will never have to worry about that. No one wants to fuck them. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, I thought this was pretty based. This is from Carnivore Aurelius. Good page, good posts on X. Very based posts. So he wrote this. Vegetables are not superfoods. Fish oil pills are toxic. Don't trust people who wear AirPods. Cold plunges are overrated. Fasting can be dangerous. Keto is a scam. Atheism is a lie. Vapes are poison. Caffeine is a super nutrient. Fruit and fruit juice is healthy. Porn is demonic. How many people did I just piss off? Yeah, probably a few, but pretty on point there. Pretty on point. And just because some of these things might be true doesn't mean you might not do something on occasion. I think cold plunges are overrated, and I have one, and I did it yesterday. I jumped in. I don't do it in the same extent that I did in the past. I don't do as low as it possibly can go. I don't do 3 or 5 minutes and fucking freeze my ass off. I'm like, I can do it. I can get there to 5 minutes. I can get there. I did when I first got it, and that's cool. I just use it occasionally if I feel like I want to do it. Sometimes I'll just dunk my head in, or I'll just dunk my face in, or I'll put some of the cold water on my neck, and then I go and I do some of my other stuff. So I like it because I live in Florida and it's hot. So sometimes I'm in the garden and it's an off day and I do that stuff. Like I'm sweating. I just want to jump in the cold plunge for a minute and cool off. So that's how I use it. I don't necessarily try to push myself to some, Wim Hof limit or something like that. Fasting can be dangerous. Like a lot of these things are true. It doesn't mean you can't fast. It doesn't mean you have to believe. It's just a lot of these things are true. I think most of these things are. This is a pretty accurate list, but it shouldn't piss you off. Sauna is great. Cold plunging, Not against it. Some of you like it. I do it because I like the feel when I want to do it, but I don't do it as like a staple. I have to do it as part of my daily routine. So I just thought I'd share that because I think a lot of that was pretty accurate. And yeah, it's going to piss a lot of people off, but you have to think about it in terms of the context. Let's see here. What else we got? So I thought this post was funny, and then we'll move on to some videos. You could drop in the comments 1, 2, or 3. Zuby posted this. Oops. That was a Bitcoin share. Oh, it's underneath it. All right. Zuby says, I don't know if it's just my timeline, but 99% of news and opinions I see coming out of the UK are negative. Just an endless flow in the UK that I missed. Like, is there anything good happening on? It's all just negative. So I said the UK is what you get when the sun comes out only once a decade. All right. I'm trolling, but it's true. It's true. A lot of you live over there and I can't. I don't know how you guys handle it in the UK. I think I would be miserable too if I never got sun. I know I would be miserable. Mama Solia would not be with me. I moved to the Sunshine State from New England because I don't want to be freezing 8 months out of the year. And don't tell me it's not freezing 8 months out of the year up north, because it is. I know, I lived it. New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, cold as fuck. It's cold as hell. And it's cold from October to like April. It just is. You might have a couple, it's a really nice day. It's 50 degrees today. Oh, yeah. Relative to -4. Oh, it's a beautiful day. It's spring. Everyone's out in shorts and it's 45 degrees. So give me a break. Give me a break. Not to mention when you don't have free speech laws and you have, unfettered immigration. We know why the UK has fallen. So UK is trying to speed run getting to Airstrip 1, #1984. So yeah, F that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Gracias. No, I like it being, what's the temperature today? I like the temperature. I like where it is today. I like the temperature. Right now it's 84 degrees. So I like that. I like 84. That sounds great. That sounds awesome. I'll take 84. All right. Pick a number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Actually, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Maybe let's see if we have a really short one. We'll do this one. We'll do that one last. All right. 1, 2, or 3. Let's see. Positive charisma number 3. This is called What is a Woman? Oh, is this a Charlie Kirk video?
What's in the box?
What is a woman? PK to the corner.
Eliminate the Department of Education. Hold on. I got it. So last question. Hold on. So you would say I'm a misinformation machine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. You're a teacher. Yes. What is a woman?
Yikes.
What is a woman?
What's a woman?
Oh, buddy.
This guy's got bitch tits.
So we define gender as a set of preferences that you have.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm talking here.
Gender is a set of preferences that we have. Woman is a social construct that we've agreed upon. Typically, we imagine womanhood as makeup or whatever. It is.
He's a teacher?
There is a difference between the word woman and being a biological female. Woman is a social construct that we use. Listen for a second. I'm telling you what it means. Woman is a social construct. We agree on these set of preferences. If I tell you that I'm a man, it's because I want you to know that I like these set of preferences. If I tell you I'm a woman, it's because I want you to know that I agree with these set of preferences.
Can men give birth?
Can men or can males? Because males can't. Listen for a second. If you listen to your bio professors, you would understand there's a difference between biology and what we think
So
about.
I want to thank you for proving a great point.
What?
You are why we should eliminate the Department of Education. Thank you very much.
Based.
You went full retard, man.
Oh, God. All right. There's no fixing that one. So again, we talk about society today. Is there any way we come back from this? Like, these people are fundamentally broken. This is why the Department of Education sucks, like Charlie Kirk said. It's failing people. It's just an indoctrination center, and it's a disgusting disgrace on our humanity. All right, let's do another one. Oh my God, this Dumb twat. Let's do this one. Deserted Island. This is Abby Dull. We're going to call her Abby Dull because she ain't sharp at all.
If you could only bring 3 items with you to a deserted island, what 3 items would you bring?
Okay, but I'm a dietitian, so let's talk about the 3 foods I would bring to a
I'm a dietitian, so let's talk about the thing. Oh, all right. Let's see what you know about nutrition.
desert island. Now, this is a really hard one. I had to think long and hard with my clinical hat on. Because
Okay, steak, eggs, and fruit. Boom. How's that? Nailed it. Next question.
of course, you'd want to enjoy the food that you brought, but you'd mostly just want to survive. So maximizing nutrient coverage and getting enough calories would really be key. So
Oh, what's she going to say? What do you guys think she's going to say? Here we go.
after much thinking, this is what I'd bring.
Oh my God. How are we 30 seconds in? Just fucking say it.
Number 1, salmon or trout. Because this would cover my bases for protein, healthy fats, vitamin D, phosphorus, selenium, and iron, and would offer more calories per gram than something like chicken breast or tofu. Number 2, sweet potatoes. This would be where I would try to get my fiber, my beta carotene, vitamin C, potassium, and other B vitamins. And then 3, pumpkin seeds. I know, it's kind of random. But pumpkin seeds would really help to kind of round out the nutrient gaps by providing an excellent source of zinc, plus vitamin E, protein, fiber, healthy fats, and magnesium. And I don't hate any of these foods. But stitch this or let me know in the comments what foods you would choose to help you survive on an island.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
This bitch is on a deserted island, and she's going to bring salmon, sweet potatoes, and fucking pumpkin seeds. Salmon? Apologize for people's ear holes. I stepped really far away and I was screaming the other direction. So that's how loud I was screaming. Salmon, sweet potatoes, and pumpkin seeds. That's what she's bringing to a deserted island. Is that not the most retarded, disgusting combination of foods? Salmon and sweet potato makes me want to vomit already. Pumpkin seeds? Oh, what a great combo. You want a great food that you can eat, that you will feel hungry always after? Eat some salmon. Eat some salmon. Eat a pound of salmon and tell me if you're full. Great. Awesome. Yeah, great choice. Jesus Christ. I'll sit there with my steak and eggs and fruit and be totally happy. Yeah, pumpkin seeds. I'm on a deserted island. I bring pumpkin seeds. Yeah, if I was stuck on an island with her, I'd be building a raft. I would Wilson the shit out of that thing. Get the fuck out.
What's in the box?
All right. Yeah, I mean, salmon tastes good, but it's not going to fill you up. All right. This is called Thoughts. This is called Thoughts. So I'm assuming there's no thoughts included in this video just because it's titled Thoughts. So it can't be thoughtful.
If your favorite thing about yourself is the way you physically look, you're going to have a lot of issues in the future.
I was
Being fat
correct.
is not a moral failure. Most people are fat phobic without realizing it. Being called fat phobic doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. It just means you're susceptible to the thought processes that society has fed to you, and it's up to you to unlearn and create a new path. No type of body should be shamed. Fat bodies are shamed more than skinny bodies. Please don't even play that game.
She definitely has a Tesla with stickers all over it. She's got that coexist sticker. This is the person that's she's got the Tesla with the coexist sticker on it. I bought this before Elon went crazy. Please don't key my car. Mark. Where's Mark? Where's
Some
Mark?
thoughts should just be left to your diary. You should prioritize your health and the body that comes with healthy decisions and not just trying to be skinny. Stop commenting on people's bodies. Wanting to lose weight doesn't make you fat phobic, but the reasons as to why you want to lose weight might. A lot of you need therapy! You need therapy!
Well, she's got the gun thing going on. So, well. Not surprised. I do appreciate that some of these videos just take care of it themselves. I don't have to comment on them. It's just I'll let that float. I'll let that sit there. It would definitely float, by the way. All right, this one's funny. I remember this one. I added this video because I thought it was funny and we could use a laugh. I think we could use a laugh today, so let's check this out. It's called Chomp Chomp. You guys remember the Hawk Tua, right? Remember Hawk Tua before she scammed all her followers?
What's in the box?
Well, that was 30 minutes of fame. Went way too long. All right, here. Instead of a Hawk Tua, let's give a little Chomp Chomp.
What's a move in bed that drives men crazy every time?
I feel like no, you gotta give him that.
No, okay. Okay, that's
Yeah, you gotta warm it up like it's a fire. You gotta warm it up to the fire, and you gotta go.
Whoa, don't.
You gotta take it like it's a rattlesnake, and you gotta bite its head.
Give me the mic.
You gotta go.
Give me the mic. No.
You gotta take it. You gotta go.
Like you're starting a fire. Like corn on the cob. Yeah. I feel bad for anyone who lands that chick. Oh yeah. You got to chomp on that thing. You got to treat it like a corn on the cob. All right, let's do a throwback. Time for a throwback.
My loose pants there now. Not my loose pants.
Fatty.
I have to karate chop myself into these pants today. And I could literally go scream, cry, throw up at something that's literally out of my control.
It's not out of your control. Your habits made you fat, and now your pants don't fit.
I can't stop eating.
Fat bastard.
I literally couldn't give two fucking shits. I couldn't care less that I've gained weight because I feel great. I feel healthy in this body, and that's all that matters.
Okay, well, not for all the people swiping right there, okay? Jesus Christ. Let's see. Alex says, is it a bad thing I don't have any negative opinions on the Hawk Tua chick, and I have complete lack of sympathy for people that got the coin? I mean, I don't have negative opinions on her, but, you know, obviously an ignorant young girl who got suckered into scamming people. I don't have any sympathy for people that bought that shit. If you bought Hawk Tua coin, you're an idiot. So this is why all this stuff is centralized Ponzi scheme garbage. All these pump and dump meme coins, they're garbage. They're garbage. So no, I don't have any sympathy for people that bought that dog shit. All right. That was horrifying. We got a Swole card to give away. However, fam, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag no excuses. Join the fam today. SwoleNumberSex.com. Remember, 20% off all merch over at papaswolio.com. Let's give this Swole card away. Scroll. I don't see shit. Not landing on shit. Who dropped that? I guess we didn't talk enough about the no excuses. Scroll. Who dropped this on Rumble? Where are you? Where are you guys? No? Oh, we got a winner. No, we got one. Man, far and few between today, but it's all good. Loretta, congratulations. Why do you want to be called Loretta, Stan? Because I want to have babies. You want to have babies? You ain't got a womb. Where's the fetus going to gestate? You going to keep it in a box? All right.
A newt.
Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3245 in the subject. Your mailing address and the body of the email. Fam, that's what we got for you today. Reminder that Thursday's episode is our roundtable. So we'll talk more about it tomorrow. Congratulations, Loretta. You want to join the fam, swolenormousx.com. Go have a great day. Go watch that masterclass. Enjoy the new content. Join us over at swolenormousx.com and the brand new Swole Enormous app. And we'll see you next time. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies. You